Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hi.
Welcome to everyone. Just so you know, if you're a crook, you can't steal America. Matthew Crooks. Someone's got to make a shirt like no crooks allowed. And then I guess his family really should change. This is an awful name.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you don't change your name now, you should be put in like a gulag. I mean, I'm all for freedom of speech and freedom of having names. But I mean, your name is already Crooks. The terrible last name. I don't know why. What did you like? Steal chickens? Was your family a bunch of poachers from the king? I get it. Everything was the king's land. That's why you came here, because you can't. Everything's poaching over in England. Sure, but still, you know.
But you must have been really bad if they like named you Crooks.
Hey, like a lot of people poached. You know, but they called you Crooks. You probably stole other things. Female sanitary napkins, things, whatever. Someone got
medieval sanitary napkins.
Yeah, just rags. Stealing rags. Gross. Filthy things. Anyway, you should have changed it. Yeah, maybe if his dumb parents would have changed his name. People are getting on them about how did the dad let the kid get the gun and then shoot at the president? How about you change your name? Maybe he wouldn't have had to. What did everyone call him? Booger crooks in school? They probably called them booger crooks. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I don't care. I'm glad they did now in hindsight. But if they hadn't, maybe he wouldn't have done what he did.
Wasn't there some pair of like school shooting parents who got arrested or
like last year or something?
Time?
Yeah.
How do these people have to do time?
Well, there's still time for that.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think maybe the crooks should have a few years crooked from them. The best years of their empty nest life. You know, their baby looks like a dead.
That's such a funny way to describe having your child to try to shoot the president and then get killed himself. It's to be empty nesters.
Well, I meant just because did he live with them? Like I kind of meant he was of the age where they'd be empty nesters.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Now you have an empty nest. Your boy tried to become infamous, but now he's just a failure, and your nest is empty as hell. That's why I'm not. I might be a country star, but I'm not a successful country star. I'm like the Towns Van Zandt of this generation, though. Boy, you're not an assassin. You're just an empty nest bird. Crushed little windpipe. That's what you look like. I mean, he was a drug addict, I think. Towns Van Zandt. If you don't know who he is, he's my kind of country star. I'm sorry, I'm going to go for Luke Combs. Oh, Luke Combs. Look, I go Luke Combs. Who's on with? Travis Tripp. I'm sorry, I like Towns Van Zandt better. Sue me. And I'm also saying I'm as good as him. In order to do a righteous thing, which is I'm sorry. Am I sorry? I'm sorry about our liberal fans that were taking shots at Matthew Crooks. Are they mad at us, Lucie? Are you gonna be mad at us?
If they're mad that we're taking
shots fired, Crooks. we got your ass. Now, the boy's a failure. But I don't mean that in the sense like, I want him to succeed. I mean, we covered this in the Patreon. While we're at it, patreon.com/RayCump. We'll get this out of the way. We got an extra episode every week for $5 a month. If you like the show and you want to do that, you can. And if you don't want to do that, it's all good. But you can like and subscribe anyway if you want. Please do that. And click the notification bar. That's how you stop guys like Matthew Crooks. Yes, it's the notification bell. And you get our alerts for our podcast. And that somehow will stop. I mean, he's already dead. But,
It will restore hope in a way. And
it's a net positive.
Yeah.
We're on the side of the angels. Right? So, I mean, it's all going to work out if you just support us. Get us over the finish line, and we'll fix it all eventually. You gotta trust us. You get us into power. We have to make some compromises to get into power, and then but we'll clean up once we're in there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make some dirty deals with people, but that's just to show
that
we have credibility, and then we're gonna start to.
No one good's ever gotten into office, but we would be good.
But we're gonna have to do some dirty deals.
Oh yeah, no invasions. I'm gonna start a war if I can, if I get the chance. Because, I mean, there's nothing more powerful. Imagine the kind of things I could do, good things, with the clout I'd have from starting a war. I mean, you can say war is a bad thing. Yeah, but I'll do more good things. That's like, these guys don't start wars and don't do anything good. I would do good things after the war.
Yeah.
Like World War II. You know? I would start the IMF, the new IMF. No one really knows what the IMF does. They give loans to countries. They push loans down their throats. Hey, why don't you build a pool? I'm like, we don't need a pool. Build a pool, and then you give it in the VIGs real high, and we'll juke you.
They like those little micro loans, right? Or is that the World Bank?
No, that's some other horse. That's nothing. Either one's a micro loan. They're massive loans. They're loans of like trillions of dollars, perhaps, or at least hundreds of billions.
Yeah, they do the massive loans.
Yeah, and they go, hey, build some infrastructure. It's like, some what? Infrastructure. You love it. Build a bridge. How about you build a new castle? And the VIG's real high. And they can't pay the VIG. You know?
What's the VIG?
You know what a VIG is?
No, I don't know what a VIG is.
Well, I mean, usually it's a bookie would have a VIG or a loan shark. It comes from the term vigorous interest. What?
Oh.
Like high interest.
VIG, okay.
The interest on the loan.
So
But the bank doesn't call it a VIG, though. But a bookie or a loan shark will call it a VIG.
Interesting.
I mean, a bookie if you have to lay. If you can't pay them right away.
How do you know all of this?
I don't know. I watched Sopranos.
Do you have bookies threatening you?
No, it's all now it's all like sportsbets.com or whatever. What we use? Draft sports.
Oh,
league?
right.
FanDuel.
DraftKings.
Sportscom. Sportscom. It's just called Sportscom. That's what it is. That's the most direct, but we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by sportscom.com. Get your free bets today. No VIG. But the IMF doesn't have people can't pay the interest or whatever. And then what do we get in the end? We get, that's okay. You have a lot, mining stuff. You have a lot of caves.
You got a lot of cobalt over there.
Yeah, you got cobalt. How about you just give us some mining rights? Stuff like that. You give us land easements or, the rights to put our air bases there or whatever we need. Whatever the modern day capitalist slavery requires. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. I love money. I do. I want a pool. I'd love a pool. This room, the AC doesn't really work that well. And that just makes me want a pool real bad. So I'll start a war. Anyway, Matthew Crooks is a piece of garbage. And I'm glad he's dead. Yeah. This was covered, on the page. We went hard on him on the Patreon. I think too hard? I don't think so. And I think, I'm just saying, but he didn't ruin the Republican National Convention. Which is good. Because I don't care what party you vote for, they both need conventions. You got one side, you got Donald Trump. Donald Trump is on one side. We'll cover him first. We have Biden also, and he's great too. He's really doing well. He's refusing to step down. That's brave. Even though he's just like,
It is ballsy to just when everybody. Yeah. Your entire party, the entire media establishment is going, we can't have you. Yeah. he's like pissing your ear. But it's not like in the way that, Trump was defiant, yeah. Defiant.
He's defiant, like, I'll shit my pants. I'll just shit them. I'll shit my pants forever. I was like, all right, I won't back down. Like that Luke Perry song. Tom Petty. Luke Perry.
It's almost like as it goes through this message, all these messages as they go through the filter of his dementia. Yeah, he's just thinking like, you need me to you need me to commit more. Right. I'm in this to win it. I'm staying in.
Yeah. I am gonna be. He thinks they'll kill him, and they might. He thinks Matthew Crooks is waiting for him. He saw a picture of Matthew Crooks. He's like, I can never leave. If they're letting guys like this take shots, like you can take a shot. I think Oswald was a decent looking guy, not a great looking guy, but compared to Crooks, compared to Matthew Crooks, Lee Harvey Oswald looked like James Dean.
Oh yeah. Matthew Crooks was rough.
Atrocious.
Rough looking.
People I think he like worked for BlackRock. You realize how embarrassed BlackRock is that Matthew Crooks was in that video, let alone like took a shot at the president. What's the guy's name? Larry Fink or something? Harry Fink?
Right.
No.
I'm not sure.
BlackRock CEO.
Larry Fink.
Larry Fink. He called someone the day that happened, and that video came out. And he's like, and they're like, well, we're looking into we can't be culpable. Culpable? Who put that disgusting rat in the video of ours? Because he's not overseeing. Like, I don't even know what they own. Like, everything. They're an equity firm. They own like every house in America, right?
They own all of it now.
I don't know why they need to make a commercial for schools. Hey, like we own your school now. Cool. What are you gonna do?
Because they need somebody. They need people to confuse them with something else.
Right.
They own so much now. Yeah. They need people to think they're doing something different.
They need when someone's like when they're trying to buy a house, it's like, oh, maybe they'll turn it into a school. Right. And then maybe the school will teach a school of assassins, like a ninja school. Was that what it was? Was that an assassin school?
He was teaching Matthew Crooks how to shoot the president.
I mean, it was a bad school. I mean, it wasn't very good.
Well, he doesn't look like a great teacher.
Well, I mean, I guess he got pretty close. Trump was saying, I mean, I don't want to step on his speech, but he said that if he didn't move his head the last second, then, perhaps he would probably be dead.
Yeah, I mean, he nicked him.
Which makes me think I might live forever because I move my head a lot. Or do I? I move my hands. No, see, I would probably get the bullet in my hand. Imagine how badass I would look. I'm just talking, and all of a sudden blood starts flowing out of my hands. And you hear like, and blood's flying all over the first like few rows. I'm like, oh! Yeah, I feel like that would be a strong move. But regardless, Trump picked a vice president. I'm sorry, we can say President Trump, right? I'm not trying to blow smoke up the guy's ass. I'm glad he's not dead. Is that enough? Or too much, I mean? How do I walk the line?
Do you want to call him? Look, if it makes you feel good. I want to
call him King.
To call him President Trump.
King Trump picked a new vice king. But that's too much. You don't like that. I can tell from your look in your eyes. All right. President Trump. Duke.
Maybe.
That's lame. It's twee. So President Trump picked a vice president today. It's not today, a few days ago. J.D. Vance, who was the author of the Legend of Bagger Vance. Do I have that right?
I don't think that's one that he wrote. No.
Well,
he wrote Hillbilly
Elegy. He was a screenwriter, right?
I don't
Hillbilly
think
Elegy.
So.
Well, is that like? I mean, I heard of that one. They made a movie out of it.
It's a movie about how he abandoned his mom.
Okay, a Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's the fat woman on fire at the end.
Right.
He wrote. That's a good movie. Honestly, that's DiCaprio's breakout role.
Sure is.
I mean, Gilbert, wake up!
If you don't count Growing Pains, but
well, that was like a breakout role. But I mean, like I think people are like, this kid's a real good actor. I mean, Basketball Diaries is very good. This Boy's Life. De Niro told Scorsese, got to work with this kid. That's what Scorsese got in his map.
Oh yeah, when he was just screaming through the mustard, right, with all the mustard on his face.
Yeah, he's doing mustard play.
He was like, "This is a kid who will let you abuse him all day long."
Yeah, he's pouring mustard in his face, and he goes, "Oh, God." It's in my heart. He's like, "Tell me more." As long as it's not one of those Marvel movies that I hate. So I'll put this kid in 15 movies. He must hate casting so much. Martin Scorsese hates casting more than I hate, I don't know, being a healthy person. He just got like 40 movies and it's like 3 guys in all of them. It's just 3 guys. Yeah. They rotate power. It's like Martin Scorsese is like the film version of The Kids in the Hall.
The high cinema version of Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Just Pesci. I mean, he's literally got like Pesci. He's like he's on like fucking dialysis. And he's like, can you kick higher? Can you do kung fu? He's gonna do a Bruce Lee movie starring Joe Pesci. They're just
gonna be on ventilators.
Yeah. Love it. It's so hot in here. We have to fix this air conditioner.
It's very hot.
I hate this. I need a pool. How do I start a war to get a pool?
You gotta.
So the Legend of Bagger Vance, and then this guy became like somehow. So the guy is that based on him?
In Bagger Vance?
Yeah.
Well, what is Bagger Vance?
Is that movie where it's like Will Smith is like a ghost, like a golf ghost?
Oh, right.
He's like the ghost of.
He's supposed to be a ghost?
I think so. I think he's like the ghost of like the first black guy to try to play golf, and they lynched him or something. And then it's like he's a ghost now, and he's teaching Matt Damon, who I guess plays Bobby Jones, or is Bobby Jones some other guy? I don't know. But I mean, look. It seems. I don't know if they make that movie today.
Yeah, I mean, look, it does seem like something J.D. Vance would write, so maybe he did write it.
Yeah, it's just like black people are ghosts, and like Matt Damon's. I don't know, but I mean,
The Legend of Bagger Vance by J.D. Vance.
Yeah,
flows off the tongue very nicely.
I mean, who did write that book then? Let's look.
Was it a book?
I don't know. Look up Legend of Bagger Vance. Who's the writer of it? I mean, I think you're wrong. I think he did write it. You look at the cast. The cast doesn't tell us anything.
Let's see, novel.
No, just look at who wrote the damn screenplay. Oh, it's a novel by Stephen Pressfield. Wait, Stephen Pressfield's somebody, isn't he? Did he write? Who's Stephen Pressfield? What else did he write?
Let's see.
He did write The War of Art. He's the guy that Joe Rogan's always talking about. I bought that book and I read like 3 pages of it.
I read that book.
The War of Art. The Bagger Vance guy wrote The War of Art. What was that book about? I didn't like. Rogan. This was years ago. Rogan, like, you gotta read this book. It'll teach you to stop procrastinating. And then I just, and then I thought it was gonna be like a picture book with like how I cut people's heads off and stuff. But it was just a bunch of like hey like mnemonics or something.
He also wrote something called Gates of Fire.
Gates of Fire about the Spartans in the Battle of Thermopylae. Oh, that's cool. Everyone loves Spartans. All right. Well, why Biden should pick this guy to be his vice president? Stephen Pressfield. Wow. All right. Well, I guess J.D. Vance didn't write this. All right. So who was J.D. Vance then? You tell me. I don't know much about this guy. I was tuned out the whole time. Who was in that movie? The woman from Sissy Spacek?
I don't remember The Legend of Baggy.
No, Hillbilly Elegy.
Nearly as much as you do. Oh, Hillbilly Elegy, right. Yeah, who was in that? That was a bad movie.
I didn't watch any of that crap. Is that the one where Tom Holland, the Spider-Man kid, was in?
It felt like a very long-winded explanation.
Look at this woman. It's stupid Amy Ryan and Glenn Close. and this woman looks like a big just dumb idiot. Dumb idiots.
Yeah.
How about you don't be like you can live in Appalachia and not be a hillbilly, right? I don't think you have to be. I mean, I watched Justified, where it's like with Timothy Olyphant. I know it's not authentic. He wasn't. It's written by Elmore Leonard, who might as well be. I don't think he would have done well in Appalachia. Elmore Leonard.
Well, isn't he from Appalachia?
I doubt it. He wrote like Jackie Brown and friggin' like and whatchamacallit and like. Look it up then if you're gonna make accusations.
I don't know.
You're talking about J.D. Vance? You're talking about what's his name? Elmore Leonard. Where was he from? Where was he born?
Louisiana. Close enough.
It's not even close at all. Maybe it is.
But yeah, like the whole thing, at least for watching the movie, whatever, Hillbilly Elegy.
Yeah.
It just felt like a long-winded explanation for why a guy doesn't like his family. And, like, I don't need an explanation for that.
I like my family. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the difference? No one likes their family. What is this? Wait, do you think you live in Italy? Where like, everyone's living in a house together and we're, like, washing pasta?
Yeah.
And, like, putting their underwear in the same bucket and, like, soap? And, like, cooking pasta in the bucket? No. Some bambino is sitting there just, like, rotting in the sun. He's like taking shits in the grapes and he's squashing the grapes with the shit. No, it's not Italy. It's America. You have a family. You hate your family. Who cares?
I feel like as he was writing,
you eat some Oreos.
He's like when I run for office, like people are going to ask me about the. No, it's like I get it. You know, yeah, you didn't like your hanging out with your poor family. I get it.
Oh, you're a hillbilly. You guys, you guys make moonshine. No one cares about you.
Yeah,
you're just an asshole. Everyone's just an asshole. No one. You think what you think? People going like, you just scam, a bunch of scammers and then hooksters or hucksters, hooktaws. Gotcha.
The greatest supposed.
The Hooktaw girl's gonna be Speaker of the House in 5 years.
I mean, supposedly, like the greatest like family of politics was like the Kennedys, like right. Camelot, and like JFK was fucking underage girls half the time.
Underage?
Well, maybe they.
I mean, I probably go the hardest at JFK of anybody. I just constantly bring up how him and his fucking brother, with his Addison's amphetamine addiction, are just railing Marilyn Monroe, just shoving pills in her mouth until she died, and they covered it up. But I mean, underage. Even I'm like, were they underage? I don't know.
Oh yeah, this is the theory. Anyway, there was something on Quora about it? Did JFK have affairs with underage interns, codenamed Fiddle, Faddle, and Mimi?
Wow, is that Hillary Clinton in the picture?
there she is. Oh man,
is she Faddle? Looks like her.
Oh, okay, they were of age, but they were like teenagers, but they were of age.
What are you doing? You can't look. This is the 1880s. When was Kennedy president? The 1950s?
Yeah.
No, 60s, right?
No. I honestly just didn't remember that.
Yeah. Oof. That was a little rough.
I bet that one's Faddle.
Yeah, she's definitely Faddle. Oh man. Woof. Weird. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Lucy. What's your point?
I don't know. I was just making a point that it's like that's the greatest family of politics.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And then I mean
they were doing dirty things.
Well, they're still around. You got Robert, who won't do our show, even though I've never asked him. But why doesn't he reach out? We have mutual friends. But you know what? I don't hear shit. I'll start saying stuff out of respect. I won't bring up. Well, actually, I brought up everything last time. But I mean, they're not doing. Is Schwarzenegger technically a Kennedy?
I don't think. Yeah, basically, he's an honorary Kennedy.
Well, he's married to Maria Shriver, who's like.
Oh, she is a Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, so he's part of the Kennedy legacy.
Yeah, just nailing his freaking housekeeper. So hot. Just fucking full of cum. Just fucking comes, hey, take this cum and she gives him a baby. She's like cleaning a fucking ottoman, and he's like, I gotta put some cum in you, like, give me a baby back. But she loves him, right?
She loves him, yeah.
I mean, she's into him.
Yeah, I think so.
So I mean, it's nothing sad. It's great. I mean, it's cheating. He's a dirty cheater, but it's still like it's pure. I mean, that really reminds you of, like, just nature. Sometimes people just want to make a baby.
Yeah.
Like, there's no judgment. There's no, oh, you're my housekeeper, I can't impregnate you. Schwarzenegger's just like a guy. You know? He's just a guy. Like, I got some cum, I gotta get rid of it. Would you like some? And she's like, sure. And she's like, do you want a condom? And he's like, no. Saying it's hot.
It is pretty hot.
If I thought
you put it that way.
If I thought she was getting taken advantage of somehow, but he gave her a fucking like awesome baby. Look up Schwarzenegger's like maid housekeeper's son. Look at him like now. People say he looks like Schwarzenegger.
Maid's baby.
Yeah, look at this kid.
Oh damn.
Yeah, his kid's built like a fucking young Schwarzenegger.
Do you think he has kids with Maria Shriver too, right?
Yeah.
They're probably disappointments compared to this one.
Well, yeah, because you got Shriver babies. He should have gotten some, like, he should have married the housekeeper. Yeah, this kid's dope. I mean, he's a little bony compared to Arnold, but whatever. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, his rib cage it's a little. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't work as hard either. I'm just saying, odds are. I mean, Schwarzenegger came here, he was a maniac.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
Right. He's got like a lot of money now, probably. Why are we talking about
I don't know.
You brought up the Kennedys.
But yeah, JD Vance.
JD Vance, the legend of JD Vance.
He also has a bone to pick with the childless.
He's boning. Oh wait, okay. What happened? He's boning the childs.
No.
He's bone picking children. What?
He has a bone to pick.
I'm a bone picker. Hey, I'm JD Vance. And back in Appalachia, they call me the bone picker. The bone. They tell the children about the bone picker. A bone. JD Vance will come pick your bones. It tells you if you don't eat all your vegetables, JD Vance will come and pick those bones.
He doesn't like that, but he thinks the childless are
he called out
bad.
Childless cat women, right?
Right. Well, women in particular, but he doesn't like any childless people. He's got a problem with both of us.
Right. JD Vance thinks that I should be getting you pregnant.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a fair point.
You did mention having a Woods baby.
Hold on. No, I didn't mention having James Woods' baby. No. I mentioned why don't you? What am I, like James Woods' cuck? Well, James Woods can come over and give you a baby. No,
like having a baby in the woods.
Yeah, I mentioned
because apparently you think children can only be conceived in the wilderness, which might be another thing we have to discuss.
I never said that. I just said I don't like people that much. So I mean, like if you wanted to like move to the woods, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
And we could have a baby in the woods. It wouldn't matter. We just homeschool the baby in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, if these idiot people out there can homeschool their kids, I can homeschool.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because most people homeschool just seem dumb.
I'm very skeptical.
I'm not saying because it's just more like, they're going to turn my kid into a rat. I mean, they're going to turn my kid into a gerbil. Well, look, they might turn him trans, but they're not turning him into a rat.
And also, it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen like homeschool people like defend their system.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying there are no good homeschooling parents, but it's like, sometimes like you'll catch them saying stuff like, well, it's like the whole point of it is that it isn't like a traditional education. So like they're not studying all the time. Like you're just teaching them practical things. And I'm like, okay, so these kids aren't going to know how to read.
Get the milk. Come in with the milk. It's like everything like Howard Hughes. Come in with the milk. Come in at a 45-degree angle. This is a weird pull. I'm not sure people get this one. Come in with the milk. Remember that aviator?
Come in with the milk. Yeah.
Come in with the milk. That's what homeschooling is. Come in with the milk.
Here's how to beat a cow until milk comes out of it.
Yeah. It's like, well,
no need for math.
I mean, I'm all. Look, just turn on like the History Channel, and you can watch Ancient Aliens. and Bible myths or whatever is on there now. Remember they used to have actual history on that dumb channel? Right. Now it's just like, the legend of JD Vance, the bone picker.
But at the same time, I feel the same way you do, where it's like I'm so skeptical of homeschool parents that I'm like, I could totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be a bad teacher too. Whatever.
You're right.
If that's allowed, fine. I don't care. Like, I remember growing up and people were telling me, you gotta get them a good school. Like, we were rewatching The Sopranos, right? And like the whole first 2 seasons or so, Meadows like obsessed with, I gotta go to college, Which college? I remember thinking, it reminds me, like, when I was a kid, like, people would say that stuff, and I just thought they were morons. And even though they were right, I still think they're morons. I don't care. I'd rather die in a ditch than care about college.
Right.
Like, I gotta get into Brown. I knew a guy who seemed like a pedophile who went to Brown. I didn't watch him do anything, but I can't talk about who.
Okay, you can't go into more detail about
No! I'm just saying, creepy ass guy.
Okay.
Went to Brown. Now I don't know a lot of people went to Brown, so I don't want to slander Brown.
Right.
But I'm just saying, that guy's better than me. He went to Brown. Go ahead. Set up your society based on where creepy people get to go to school. And I'm on the outs. How about we just all put our spit in a bucket, we shake hands, and we trade? Call me the bone picker. So JD Vance thinks that you're a childless cat coven, or cat witch.
Well, he said in the past that that childless people have no physical commitment to the future of the country.
What do you mean? About me? What about myself? You mean to make a physical? What, you want some blood? Do you want a hand? What do you want, a finger?
Right.
You want me to cut a finger off for you, Mr. Bone Picker? Hey, Bone Picker, what do you need? A hand? A foot? I'll give you a foot. I'll give you a hand. I'll set half my body on fire. I don't give a You can have everything. You can cut. You can mutilate my legs or arms, but not both. I guess lower half. He can have my lower half.
Can we somehow?
I'll become a spider. Like put my body onto a mechanical spider base, and then I can't have children anyway. Then
can we somehow create a bomb that goes inside of us that's connected somehow by Wi-Fi to stock prices? And if the economy tanks, it'll go off in our asses.
Speed 3? What are you, Dennis Hopper? There's a bomb in your ass. If the price of Tesla goes above 220, it's armed. If it goes below 220, your ass blows up. I'm the bone picker. JD Vance. This is crazy.
Wait, why does it arm when it goes up? Because that's overvalued.
That's how it worked. Yeah. Speed worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go over 55.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had to stay above a certain speed.
No, because the whole thing, I don't know if it was made that way, because otherwise it would just blow up immediately. We turn the car on and blow up. In your version of the script, it would just be like the guy at the bus depot turns on the bus and it blows up, which might have killed more people. So
that's true.
We should have done that. But yeah, no, I mean, so what is a script workshop podcast?
Anyway,
are we selling this? Call your agent. What is he doing? Call your agent. Tell him about what's this movie called? The Ass Bomb. Seriously, can we call him on the podcast? Your agent?
Maybe at some point.
Let's call him right now. Tell him about the Ass Bomb. Who's your manager?
Manager.
Let's call your manager. Get him on the phone and let's talk to him about this Ass Bomb project. What are we doing here? Why are we wallowing in a hot room without a pool?
It's so hot.
We don't have to live like this. Call your freaking agent. Anyway.
But yes, he did take a shot specifically at single, childless cat ladies.
What? Like he's like a crook shot?
He took a crook shot at us. Yeah. Well, not us, because I'm a married.
You're a married cat lady.
Cat lady.
We have a cat now. Did we mention that? We did, right?
Beautiful Dana Scully.
Dana Scully, the rat cat. The beautiful rat cat. Someone abandoned her and we picked her up because we're suckers.
Yeah.
We're cat cooks. But whatever. We're not here to talk about cats. We're here to talk about how we're just childless wanderers.
Right.
Who'll give our secrets to the Russians at the first chance. If you don't dump your load in your housekeeper, then you might as well just be a spy. You're like that guy from the Wall Street Journal, Evan Gersh, or whatever. He got 15 years, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I don't necessarily
think it was a spy? I think it was probably a spy.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? I don't. Why guy?
I mean, maybe.
What's he ever done for me? I mean, honestly, we can go back and read his articles. I don't think anything he did he never pumped the Kump show, the Kump podcast.
That's true. That's the least he could have done.
If anyone who's reported the Kump podcast got convicted in Russia, I'll lie and say he didn't do it, even if I think he did. I'm not going out on a limb saying it's Russian. Apparently his parents are Russian or whatever. I don't know what the hell. Oh, he can't be a spy. Of course he's saying that. He's just, that's what you would say.
Right.
Putin's a liar. Oh, what's that like?
But yeah, there's like an op-ed response to this.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I want you. Can you respond, or someone else did?
Someone else.
Did she beat you to it?
Yeah.
I wanted you to write a letter from the desk of the of a childless cat mom.
Look, I just don't. I can understand. I understand the internal logic of people attacking childless women. Yeah. Even though I think it's a little bit shitty. Maybe some of those women, their pussies don't work. Yeah. But.
You should make an exception. Look. If your pussies don't work, this doesn't apply to you. You think you should have said that at the convention?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the least he could have said.
Yeah, I know. Exactly like that. To be fair, I know some women's pussies don't work, but in general, these cat moms are really putting a sour note in the pussy capital of the world, which is America.
But I don't understand the hatred of cats so much. I don't understand why adding a cat to the mix. I understand when you have a lot of them, that's creepy. But but I don't see how adding a little furry cat to the mix makes things worse. Because
people are confused by cats. People are very dumb and they like dogs. Now dogs are fine. I like dogs to a point. Yeah. But I mean, enough with you stupid dogs. All right. Like it's just the people in this country are very, very dumb, and they're obsessed with their stupid dogs. And they follow them around and they eat and they pick up their shit and they go, oh, look at us. Let's pick this bone. and I don't know. And they think cats are like, yes, cats are a little more complicated. But Dana Scully, the cat, is very, very friendly. And she cuddles us and she does all sorts of playful things. And we train her properly.
She's a little retarded. We gave her a bed and she tried to eat it.
Yeah, she was chewing on her bed. Yeah. Maybe don't buy a smart cat. Yeah. Yeah? That's that.
Dumb cats are nicer.
Yeah, they're friendlier. They're like dogs. Yeah. Dogs are real morons. Dogs are loyal. To what? What do you mean loyal? You feed them and they eat it. What do you think they're going to do? Like you think they're going to be Evan Gershwitz and betray you to Putin? What is this? Oh, dogs. If you keep feeding them, they'll just stick around. Cool. Oh, they won't wander and start fucking my wife? Is that what it is? They don't fuck my wife? Cool. Thank you. Dogs, they'll never fuck your wife. If you feed them.
But yeah, do you want to see this response?
Yes, whatever it is, yes.
I don't know if it was the most productive thing.
Sure, looking at this woman's face is very... Yeah. Whatever. Sorry, JD Vance, but being a childless cat lady is actually not a bad thing. It sounds bad when you say it, though. Right. You're making it sound bad.
It's not, but you're making it sound worse.
So, hey, my barren womb is fine. All right?
When you say it like that, maybe it should be against the law.
Hey, cocksucker, I like not being able to have kids.
Hey, I fucked my cat and I love it.
It doesn't fill my pussy, but it's fine.
Rather than being miserable, as Trump's running mate once said, women who are child-free by choice are often happier and healthier.
Well, if you're arguing that women who aren't raped are happier, yeah, are forced to carry rape babies to term, if that's your point, then yes. Right. I'm sorry I called them rape babies.
You're also leaving out a bunch of women who aren't quite child-free by choice. But
whatever.
Sure.
But I'm saying, if she's arguing the product of rape, well, what's the nicest way to say that? What? Babies who were the babies who were
demon babies.
Okay. So if you're arguing, if that's your bar, then I guess JD Vance, look. First of all, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure if he didn't mean that. He might have meant that. He might have meant, I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt.
By the way, if you're a demon
give Trump a little benefit of the doubt, but I don't know this hillbilly, the hillbilly eulogy guy. And what is it? What's that book about? Is that book about him just speaking at a bunch of funerals for hillbillies? It's just like fucking vignettes. It's 40 chapters and it's short chapters, and so Jimbo was a rapscallion. He died using a Buick to make gin or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I think it's hillbilly elegy.
The gun dug came. The goddamn gun thugs.
And then he starts tap dancing like Walton Goggins. Yeah. Justified.
Well, I mean, honestly, if JD Vance was just replaced by Walton Goggins, the world would be better. Look, there's no movies anymore anyway. Walton Goggins, and if you don't know Walton Goggins, I don't know, Shane from The Shield. He was the monster in Fallout. He's Baby Billy in everyone knows Walton Goggins. All right, he's been around for 20 years.
He's pretty famous now.
He's been around for 20 years. He's in Hateful Eight. He's in a lot of movies. I think he's a big star, but this guy can't get. Why isn't he a big star? Why isn't he Brad Pitt? Because there's nothing left to do. Right? I love Walton Goggins, but you might as well just make him the vice president. Why are we screwing around with the bone picker? Yeah. The JD Vance. Get Walton Goggins. Just cut this shit and get Walton Goggins in there. And while you're at it, get freaking Timothy Olyphant to take Biden's job. Why do we? These people aren't doing
Timothy
shit.
Timothy Olyphant versus Walton Goggins in a presidential election.
That'd be amazing.
Incredible.
That would be. Why can't we just skip to that? We're on our way there. And look, Trump's fun. But if we just but he's not gonna. He's probably gonna win, and then it's only gonna be 4 years. Unless he does what everyone says he's gonna do, and honestly, you might when it comes down to it, you might be saying, please do it, because apparently, who are you gonna replace Biden with? You don't even know, do you? If you're being honest, you don't even know. There's no one there.
Yeah.
Kamala, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama might be a good, but she's the only one who won't run.
Yeah.
So who you got? Can't got no one. You think it's gonna get better in 4 years? What do you get? What's her name? Well, the headscarf, the Somali one. She can't even run. Ilhan Omar can't run, right?
Yeah. She can't do it.
Who are you gonna get? Who else is out there?
Yeah, AOC.
AOC. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
You're gonna want Trump, but whatever. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he should overthrow the Constitution, but at that point, what's the difference? But if we get Walton Goggins and you think of the Oliphant, people might get excited. Well, we had Reagan. He was a big movie star.
That's true.
He wasn't John Wayne, but he was big enough. Why are we fucking around here? Get the goods. Get the Stranger Things kids to be pretend to be their kids. Get the guy from Squid Game to be the friggin' the head of human services or OSHA.
You want a whole Hollywood actor.
I want
presidential family.
I want a Netflix White House. Get the friggin' what else? The Money Heist. I've never seen Money Heist, but people seem to like that. Make him the king of Spain. That guy. Why are we pretending that people do shit? Like presidents matter. It doesn't matter. Just get anybody, but make them compelling. Get Brad Pitt to be. They don't want the job. You gave those guys too much money. Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey. Who I know he's on the out, but we can pull him back. Who else? Michael Scott. Whatever. Those people are too big. But these people, Walton Goggins is probably worth $200,000. I hope more, but I'm just saying they'll pay these people dick nowadays.
His profile would benefit from being the president.
He would do well to be the vice president. Vice president. We're not. I want to give some respect to Trump. I'm not looking to replace him with a Netflix character yet. I'm just saying, if we're not going to give him, if we're going to just have JD Vance picking children's bones and yelling at cat women, we might as well just have Trump re-up in 4 more years. Tell me why I'm wrong.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So let's get
Coco Melon be Coco Melon's got to do something.
Who's Coco Melon?
I think it's like a baby show about babies.
I don't watch baby shows.
The Coco Melon baby can be.
I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. I don't watch motherfucking baby shows. All right, I'm a man.
The Coco Melon baby is a designated survivor.
Is this like kaiju?
I think it's a little like kaiju.
Okay, well.
I actually said Coco Melon because I couldn't remember kaiju.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You just made up Coco Melon?
Well, no, I pulled Coco Melon. It does exist.
Okay. Yeah, kaiju is probably old enough by now, right?
Yeah.
To be president? Whatever. Yeah, why not get cartoon characters to be president? It doesn't matter. Trump said, people trying to cancel Trump because he said he likes prime pussy. There's nothing better than prime pussy. Yeah, what do you want? You want a guy who doesn't want to fuck?
Yeah, it seems like kind of a step down from grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, you want Biden said about pussy? corn pop. That's what he said about pussy. He said, "Oh, burn pits." He thinks that pussy's a burn pit.
Pussy's a burn pit.
Anyway.
Pussy gives me flashbacks to the burn pits that my son had to dig.
Yeah. I sent my son to the burn pit while his brother fucked his wife. Vote for me. Did I tell you about the time I chained a black guy to death at the pool? His name was Corn Pop. That was when he was like good.
Yeah.
That was prime Biden. Anyway. Look, no one listens to me. All you guys out there thinking I'm turning for Trump. I'm not. I don't care either way that much. I'm sorry. I'm cynical. I'm sorry. Hey, like, oh, the abortion. Yeah, it happened. What's going to happen if we get more? We get more rights taken away from people? Maybe.
Well, I mean, it could be a national abortion ban.
Whatever. What am I going to do about that? I have ideas and no one listens to them. You just give Walton Goggins $10 million. He'll be the vice president. He'll buy a nice house. I hope he has more money than $200,000. I don't know what people pay any people anymore. No one seems to be a big movie star anymore.
No, and they got to do a bunch of stupid digital content.
Yeah, I'm watching him like talk to like Dan McBride, who I love, but I mean I like his content. I like his work. I love Danny McBride. What am I, a fucking clown? Well, I love you, Danny McBride. Whatever. I'm saying, but I enjoy them. But I mean, like, you think freaking Matthew Perry would have to do digital content 20 years ago? No, they let him just sit in his backyard and do whatever. What's that shit he did? Ozempic? Heroin? I think he did something else.
Oh, Percocets, right?
Look it up. Look up what he was doing. Well, back then, I guess. What did he die on? It might have just been fentanyl. Ketamine. He's doing ketamine.
Yeah, that's ketamine. Cool.
I'd love to die doing ketamine. He looks fine. Acute effects of ketamine. Who cares? Why am I bringing this up? I love it.
Look, there's probably worse ways to die.
He didn't look in great shape. You want him to live in 30 more years? He rode it hard. He rode his body hard. He put it away wet.
I don't envy dying in the hot tub, though.
It's the best place to die.
Why?
Just turn into a soup. Nice. Your body just turns into a little pool of soup. Hopefully, you don't get found and just drain. We should basically make hot tubs that gradually get hotter. Old people go into them and they acclimate to it, and eventually it just melts them down the drain. That's nice. We vaporize like heroin into the air, and you just kind of like knock it off, and then you become a puddle, and then just there's a filter in there, and the filter catches the puddle. And so we have something to put in the box at the end.
We have like end of life drugs that make the experience of dying pretty not so painful.
This builds character. I don't like this idea that you're like I'm alive 1 second, and the next minute I'm talking to the Satan, and he's going, "Why did you eat that cookie?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is not what I wanted. I did not expect this. I expected a different result." I can't.
I love to imagine that's the first thing. That's the first thing you hear when you get to hell. No matter what you did to get there, it's just, why did you eat that cookie?
Yeah, he's like. I mean, that would be amazing, because like he could probably list a bunch of other stuff that, like, according to the Bible, you go to hell for, because the Bible's full of crazy shit. But the real hell would be like, no, it's because you ate that cookie you should have eaten. Yeah. And that's the extra, the last dimension of hell. Right. That you think, if I only didn't do that. That's the real torture.
That's the whole reason you're there.
Yeah.
All those other reasons that you were worrying you were going to go to hell.
Yeah. You didn't care about that. And you're thinking, well, like, I guess it was more. I guess it wasn't a sin to have sex before marriage, right? But the cookie, if I only didn't eat that cookie that one time, I'd be in the grace of God. I'd be a great Satan. I'd really put the works on people. I'd make their fucking afterlife miserable. I know all the tricks. I'm the bone picker. Anyway, so Trump gave his little speech. It's 2 hours long, right?
Yeah, it was 90 minutes.
It's long, right? I mean, people are saying it's long.
That's the length of Longlegs.
Oh, it's true. We saw the film Longlegs. I thought it was gonna be a hot, sexy film about a woman with long legs, but I guess they were, leaning more towards a spider thing.
Not only is it not about a woman with hot, long legs, it's not really about long legs at all.
It's about a spider.
I mean, I don't think that are there even spider themes in it?
I think Jim Carrey plays a Spider-Man. Or what's his name? Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage.
Same difference at this point. Nicolas Cage plays a man who is basically a ghost type man, like a hillbilly of sorts, a bone picker of sorts. And this is not a very good movie. I don't, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know. The point of the movie just kind of changed multiple times. It's framed like a detective story, kind of. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but like, yeah, I just didn't feel it.
We're gonna do movie content, but this is not it.
Yeah.
This is a false start, Lucy.
I'm sorry.
It's a nice little shoehorn.
We're gonna start doing.
We have to. When you do this stuff, you have to have like the movie trailer play and like this and that.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be tacked onto this podcast. Like it's not. We need to be yelling about me in hell, being fucking yelling at fat people. That's still what we're doing right now. So Trump's speech.
You want to listen?
I love the idea of an aborted shoehorn. So we gave a speech. Yeah, play a few clips, I guess.
Friends, delegates, and fellow citizens, I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope.
It's boring. 4 months. Stop it. It's boring. I can't. I need Trump to be yelling. I need him to be screaming. Rosie O'Donnell. So that slob said I shouldn't be president. Well, I think she should have a feed bag tied to her chin with a stapler.
Yeah. There's something eerie about Trump being kind of a sympathetic human. Like it's unsettling.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the Matthew Crooks's crookery, then honestly Biden might have a shot only because not really, he's brain dead lunatic, but I mean just because he's like he seems to be Trump has to be like the rational guy now.
Right.
Trump used to be the guy who'd like go after Jeb Bush and be like, your family is a bunch of oil crooks. Like Matthew Crooks. You can't do that anymore. Yeah.
Precogging.
He's precogging. Do you think that if Trump met Matthew Crooks beforehand, he would just been repulsed by him?
Oh, absolutely.
But like openly, he'd been like, ugh.
Absolutely.
I think Matthew Crooks is the kind of guy who Trump would have beat up on sight.
Honestly, it would be interesting if it turned out that, because we don't know like really what his political motives were.
Yeah.
Except for that he didn't wanted to kill Trump, obviously. Yeah. But like, it would be kind of crazy to find out. I was like, this is all because Trump snubbed him at some campaign event.
I believe that. I don't blame Trump, but it seems plausible. I do think also Trump's not like he's 6'3". He's a bigger guy. It's not like but he's not the most physically fit guy. Let's just say. But I think he could easily have taken Michael Crooks. Or Stephen. What's his name? It was Matthew Crooks.
Matthew.
I think he could have beat the shit out of that kid. And that's not me trying to pump him up. I just think Biden could have Biden's just, he would have shit his pants just because he's confused. But I think Trump would have fucking just walloped the kid. You don't think so?
Oh yeah, totally. No, Trump could definitely beat up Matthew.
I don't know if he could take Oswald.
Maybe not.
I'm not sure. I just don't know.
He
I don't know.
Scrappy enough. But
Oswald wasn't. These guys have never seen Bill. Why not get like Eddie Gallagher? Well, he probably likes Trump. But these guys are never like Eddie Gallagher, the Navy SEAL who killed that guy. He's on trial. Those guys are big. Yeah. But the guys who try to kill presidents always seem small. John Wilkes Booth. Small guys.
Yeah,
right?
Well, it's the short man complex.
Actually, I don't even know if Booth was small. He was an actor. He was like
supposedly a pretty good actor.
All right, well, How many minutes of this podcast would you like to devote to praising John Wilkes Booth?
I don't want to praise him any more than that.
Do 2 minutes.
No.
That's fine.
I just heard that some people like.
I'm not trying to railroad you, Lucy. I don't think it's like a death knell to our podcast if you praise John Wilkes Booth for 2 minutes. I just feel like if you're going to devote the whole rest of the pod to it, it might be a problem.
Obviously, he was a rotten know nothing who murdered perhaps the best president of the United States ever.
Why the best? Because
or at least you used the bully pulpit in the most inspiring way, I think. But like,
well, look, I didn't mean to say he was like the worst or anything. But I mean,
do you hate Lincoln?
No, I mean he's fine. He's good.
Sounds like you're the one.
I used to give him shit because like the Emancipation Proclamation didn't actually free anybody. It seemed kind of like, but I guess in the end he did kind of end slavery effectively. Yeah,
I mean he pushed for the
amendments, right? Yeah. No, I went through a period of my life where it was like, he was kind of a hypocrite. But at the end of the day, it's not like he like ended the war and it was like, all right, get back in the slave places.
Look, you could nitpick and say like, well, maybe like once he was on that track, it would have been weird to just like pull back from it.
Yeah.
But like, who cares? I mean,
no, he's a good president. Yeah. No, he was a good. I just feel like no, he probably right. It just seems like honestly, it just seems like a hack answer, but just kind of like the obvious answer. Like maybe I don't know much about Calvin Coolidge, or maybe he's really good. Maybe not. I don't know. I mentioned I can name every president.
Can you do
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Jefferson, Howard, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Ford, Carter, Bush, Clinton, and Bush, Bush, and Obama. Then Trump, and then Biden.
Well, I definitely know the last few are right.
Can we go slower? Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Howard, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Biden, Trump, Biden. It's amazing what you can just memorize when you're in 8th grade and then just remember forever.
Yeah.
It was a part of a competition.
Oh.
Yeah. And I won. I was the first person to beat my 8th grade teacher ever.
Nice.
And look where I am now. Paid off.
Beat them up?
Yeah, I just left her in a pool of her own piss.
Yeah.
Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Look at her piss. Why is everything? I just said a bunch of presidents. It's kind of anyone who imagine like, hey, timestamp. Look at this podcast where they discuss they named all the presidents. And it was like piss and shit. Look at this. I can't succeed. Oh man.
I was just thinking about how like now it's like. In the last election, like Biden did the whole thing where he was like challenging Trump to a push-up contest and saying that he'd punch him in the nose and stuff. And like it all seemed at that point, it actually all seemed kind of like plausible. Like, okay, I'm not sure who would win a push-up contest between the two old men, but now it's like so clear.
Yeah, that Biden would.
That Trump would, that it would almost be it would feel like elder abuse.
I mean, like he shit his pants, but I feel like he's still fitter probably. That's the thing. I don't know. It's I'd love to put Trump's brain into Biden's body. That would be a lot of fun. I don't know if it would work.
Trump's brain into Biden's body. Ooh.
Yeah.
And yeah, Freaky Friday.
Well, I mean, I would just throw Biden's brain out. I would just throw it in the trash. I would just put like a rat into Biden's brain. No one would know the difference. Some rat who shits himself.
That would actually be a great variation on Freaky Friday.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, I screwed it up because it would be Biden's body.
Yeah. But you throw Biden's brain out. Yeah.
No, but I was saying I would put a rat into Biden's brain, but Trump would be in there.
Right.
I mean, it just seemed... I wasn't saying that no one knows the difference between Trump and a rat that shits himself. It's not because I'm not being biased here. I'm just saying, like, that's not Trump's MO. He does a lot of stuff, but he doesn't shit himself. Biden's the one who shits himself, like a rat. Just is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your politics get in the way of knowing what rats and shit does. Now, where were we? Do you feel like Steve Miller is going to be the least appreciated classic rock guy to newer generations?
Yeah, you were playing me some of his songs earlier. Lots of bangers.
Slipping into. I feel like Zoomers just sleep on Steve Miller Band.
We should do a Zoomer. We should do
Jungle
a Zoomer music
Love
podcast.
is driving me mad. It's making me crazy. What is Jungle Love me? Is that like a? Is that like a racist thing?
It seems like it might be.
I mean, whatever. Maybe don't lead with that. But these Zoomers are very sensitive. Play him the other one, like
the Joker.
People call me the Space Cowboy. People call me the Gangster of Love. No, they don't.
Nobody's ever called somebody that.
Yeah, maybe Gangster of Love. Maybe it's not gonna work. Steve Miller. What's his the biggest band? Like Time Keeps on Slipping. I actually don't like that one that much.
Stuck in the Middle. Oh wait, no.
You think
that's Steelers Wheel. I kept thinking that. I honestly keep, even though we discussed this, each time we discuss Steve Miller.
This has been a teaser of our new classic rock podcast. Fucking failure cast. We're nothing. No, I'm kidding. We're great. This is a great podcast. I don't know how you market this podcast. This hour we just did. I think it was great though. I think anyone who's listening to it loves it. I understand it's a little hard to put into a box. But just tell your friends about the box. Go to your neighbor and be like, just get one of those boom boxes and just play our show. I'm like, what is that? What are they talking about? The bone picker? Why do they keep saying bone picker every 10 minutes? It's like, it works. So do that. Or just subscribe and like and notification bell. And then we got Patreon. Patreon.com/RateComp. You can subscribe if you like the show. You know the deal. It's $5 a month. You get an extra episode every week. It's so good. And even in the weeks we aren't doing the show here on YouTube, it's every week. We don't miss shows on the Patreon. So don't worry about that. People worry about that sometimes. No, we don't miss shows. We try to miss shows here, but when it does happen, we still make the Patreon one. Because they're paying for it. What am I going to do? Like, screw people? I'm not going to screw people. It's great. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Have a great week.